speaking of Bosa, he's one of a few unvaccinated players on the team. And the ones who are unvaccinated, 3 of them are very important. Him, Jason Verrett, Brandon Ayuk, 3 of the most important players on the team.
Ayuk is also not vaccinated.
Yes.
Okay. Iggy, I'd like to lead into this topic.
Please do.
Because this is a very, very sensitive and controversial topic. So let's talk about what we're talking about and what we're not talking about. I would like these 3 players to get vaccinated, but I don't insist on it.
Right.
And I don't insist on it because I understand by them not getting vaccinated, they could endanger, I'm not going to talk about the team yet. They could endanger people in their family or people they meet and all of that. I understand it. I also know that we live in a world, thank God, of free choice, where Big Brother so far can't tell you what to do. So this is a highly complicated ethical issue, which we don't want to get into.
Of course.
We just want to talk about football.
Yes.
So I'll tell you what concerns me about these 3 guys not getting vaccinated. If, God forbid, there should be an outbreak of COVID in that locker room, what I know from what I've read, Iggy, is that they would forfeit a game. And I think they would have to pay the expenses for the
traveling team or the other
traveling
team.
Yep. Yeah. So it's a big deal. It's an L. It's an L, and it's a big deal. So what I'm saying is these 3 players need to think about that. In addition, every day in the locker room, they're a potential hazard. Again, I'm not saying that they should get vaccinated, but I am saying they're a potential hazard. Iggy, if I were in that locker room, I wouldn't want to go near those guys.
No.
Would you?
No.
Because it's dangerous. I could get sick and I could get my family sick.
Right.
So in a way, they're making themselves pariahs.
Yes.
And they're putting an issue in the team. They're making a divide in the team.
Now, to be fair, this is probably an issue that every single team is dealing with this year.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm only talking about the Niners because it's, I don't know.
But this is a serious issue. And one more thing I want to say real quick. It's not just that, they could have an outbreak and forfeit a game. Let's say there's not an outbreak, but Nick Bosa gets COVID and misses a game and it's just him. That's enough to cause the Niners to lose if they're playing a good team. He's that important. Same with Jason Verrett. Same with Brandon Ayuk. Even if it's just them and it's a personal choice and they have to miss a game, well, you just cost your team a game and that's your choice, but they depended on you and you weren't there.
Right. So this is a serious issue on the team. Again, I am for a world of free choice. It's how I try to live my life. But they need to understand the repercussions of their choices. And if they don't have Jason Verrett for a game, Iggy, that's really serious.
Football isn't really a free choice game, though. It's all about sacrificing individuality for the greater good of 53 players. That's what I didn't play football. I played baseball, which is a very individual sport. I like baseball, but that's football. And okay, you want to make these personal choices. It affects the team. That's the nature of the sport.
You know, Iggy, I love what you just said. It was really what you just said, summed it up. And I thought it was brilliant. I like it.
Thank you. I think I heard that from one of your friends before. It's not an individualistic express yourself sport at all. I don't know.
So this is a very, very serious topic. I would like to see all 3 of them. I have no stake in it. If I
would 49er fans would like to see it because there's a lot at stake in terms of wins and losses.
They would like it. And you're right. If all of a sudden they don't have Nick Bosa for a game, not because of his knee, but because he tested positive, well, that would be a big deal.
Absolutely. Yep. Okay. This guy, Curtis, says Jalen Hurts is like, well, where's Waldo? He blends in with the crowd and background. You just have to look really hard. Yeah, he's like Carmen Sandiego. Where in the world is he? The thing about him is whenever I put a video of him on YouTube, I get 20,000 views. So he's lucrative. And I've been dying to get the video. It's like waiting for Godot. Every day I'm like, I'm going to get him. There's just going to get him walking around for 3 minutes. Not there. It's like he knows. It's like he's avoiding the paparazzi.
Iggy, I always liked Where's Waldo better than Waiting for Godot. I was not a big Beckett fan.
No, but Where's Waldo is some of the greatest literature ever made.
I would say, and you remember when you were a kid, we used to do Where's Waldo. We used to have so much fun finding Waldo. And Carmen Sandiego, we used to watch that show.
Yeah. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Yeah.
Wasn't that a few weeks ago we were doing that?
Absolutely. It was just a few weeks ago. I don't know what happened. Michael says, live from the UK, if Tua has a similar trajectory as last season or gets injured, do you think the Niners could use Jimmy in a trade for Howard? Man, I don't think the Niners are probably going to bring in Howard. He'd be the highest paid corner on the team. They already have the highest paid a lot of players. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think that the Dolphins are going to give up on Tua just yet. But it could. It could. I'm wrong a lot. I once broke 3 small bones in my left foot, and it gave me minor issues for a couple of years after that. Kittle may be going through the same thing. Okay. Well, we'll ask. We'll find out. Tony again. Hey, Tony. Kittle has a torn labrum, never had surgery. In his shoulder. What does a day off do? He's not running on his shoulder. I'm just saying. Hold on. There's a couple more, I think. Maybe not. Nope, there is. Ominous says players who refuse to get the vaccine, even if they are working through the details, should not get paid for the games they miss when they get COVID.
Boy, do I agree with that.
You know how I do. And you know how athletes give nothing answers? So they're all, if you're not vaccinated, the way you know is they come to the podium with a mask on. It's like having the dunce cap on a little bit. So they come on with the mask on. And then Maddie, the senior beat reporter, says, so does this mean you're not vaccinated?
Maddie asks.
Every time. I
God
love him. And then these kids go, I don't know who told them to say it, but it's, I'm still working through the details and evaluating. And I always picture like Nick Bosa with a team of scientists at home doing a double-blind study, waiting on the results. Like, what details are you working through, man? That's the problem right there.
I'm working through the details. It's like it's a cliche. Like, I take full responsibility.
Yeah,
that's another one.
What details could you possibly? No, you're not a scientist. Like, I gotta see these.
Can you see both in a lab coat?
I gotta see the scientific review. Is this peer reviewed? This wasn't even peer reviewed.
New England Journal of Medicine.
I love that answer. So now anytime someone asks me something, I don't want to say I didn't do it, or like, I'm still working through the details and evaluating. Chris says, I would love to see a Cohn Zone and a phone combined. I'm sure fans would love to ask your dad questions live as well. Well, you are.
We're doing it right now.
We're doing it right now. I think there's a couple more. Addie says you can still catch COVID even when you're vaccinated.
Okay, you can.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably a good idea to get vaccinated anyway.
I'm just saying.